We're now the people that they say like. We're now the people with a podcast.
You know what's funny? Because for the longest time, I was always like, these podcasts are getting out of hand. They're just letting anybody hold a mic. And
now we're here.
Now
literally.
Yeah.
We're literally those people.
You know what? I think it's less embarrassing to start a podcast than it is to start something like a mukbang channel or something.
Do you know people who have done that?
No, but it is so embarrassing. Can you imagine, like, your coworkers or your family and friends? At least with a podcast, you can tell your friends and your family, like, hey, like, I started a podcast, check it out. But you can't when you started a mukbang channel. Like, that's weird.
If your friends told you that they started a podcast, are you going to listen to it? I know someone who has a podcast.
It depends who.
I know someone, like I barely know him. Like, I've never, like, actually talked to him, but I've, like, known him through my school.
So then how is he your friend?
I just said I know someone.
Okay.
But I know someone who has it, and they run a solo podcast. And it goes for, like, 30 minutes, and it's just them talking, like, to themselves.
Oh. That's fine, too. Not going to shit on your parade.
Yeah, I don't want to hate because, like, that could have been me. Like,
if you didn't drag me along, you're telling me I was your first pick for this show?
You're not the first pick.
Exactly.
No. You guys don't know how hard it is to find someone to like start a podcast.
I'm gonna back out right now.
Like,
so at least tell me I was number 2 choice.
No, probably 4.
That's embarrassing.
It was a long line.
Wow.
Long, but you made the cut. You're blessed to be in this situation.
Out of desperation.
Out of fate.
Out of fate. Absolutely not. I'm going to turn this into a mukbang channel.
Everything you've done brought you to this. But okay, so I prepared something that I want you to do, but I'm gonna preface it, of course.
Okay.
So, as Cameron knows, that like I create content for a brand. And, like, there's some times where I'm just, like, thinking, like I'm making stuff in their personality, but not, like, mine. Like, if anything, I kind of see it as a collaboration. That it's, like, X company, X Evan.
Yeah,
it's
called being hired. It's called being an employee. What do you mean?
Like I add my own flavor to it, you know? Mm-hmm. Where it's like a Nike X, like, celebrity collab. So it's like, even they like make the shoe together, but like.
Do they actually? Do they really though?
They probably like make them and have them choose.
Slap their name over the shoe. To be honest,
have them choose from the options.
I highly doubt anybody's actually like designing a shoe. Not that I would know. I'm not a shoe person.
I'm sure some do. I'm sure like they're part of the process, you know. So it's like probably not obviously the most process, but anyway, like I'd be thinking like. What would I do if this was like my company, you know? Like if this was if I fully
Beauty
embodied
and the Freak was your company.
Yeah, so this is something that I prepared for you to do. So there's something I make puzzles for like this brand. And then
he makes it sound super lame, but it's actually cooler than he makes it sound.
So I made a puzzle for this brand, for us, for our show. So I'm just gonna have you do it.
No.
And then I'll show it on the screen when they're doing it.
Okay.
So, swipe to see the actual puzzle.
This is Freaky Puzzle of the Day, brought to you by the Beauty and Freak Show. Tell me the secret word that makes these words freaky. Door, yard, shots. Tell me the secret word that makes these words freaky.
Let me know if you need a hint.
Back shots. It's the only thing.
The word is back, yeah. The word that can be added to all of these words to make them freaky is back.
I already hate this. Where is this going?
This is just going where the brand is going.
This is the brand?
The future.
See, what I'm saying is, freak is eventually going to phase out of modern vocabulary. Out of brain rot vocabulary. It's going to phase out.
I think people have been using the word freak since like the 90s.
Okay, but you know how it's like had a resurge?
Yeah.
Have you seen that one guy on Instagram who's like the word nerd? And he talks about like the history of words and like the origins and stuff and like patterns of vocabulary and stuff. He says that the words that stick around, like selfie or or
Freak?
no. Like I can't think of any other examples other than like selfie has stuck around because people don't associate it with slang. They don't associate it with slang, and that's why it stays around. Because once you associate a word with slang, you associate it with the trend, with the meme, and memes and trends eventually die along with the word.
So you think freak is just a trend and it's not?
Freak is a trend.
It's not a lifestyle.
I bet you in 6 months, people are not going to be saying freak. Not at least in the way you're using it.
I feel
I don't
like
even
it's.
know how you're using it, to be honest.
I feel like it's been around for so long. Even like 2 years ago or whatever, like you know the song by Nicki Minaj that's like Freak.
That was 2 years ago?
That was a long ass time ago.
No.
So like
Well, that was 2 years ago?
these freaky songs have been like they're a lifestyle, you know?
No.
Don't
call freak a lifestyle.
who is gonna be like what are they gonna call themselves? What are the freaks gonna call themselves after? Like what are they just gonna change
like
their
with
names to?
Tinashe's song?
Yeah, but she says the word freak in it like 20
Oh.
times. Match my
Is
freak.
Then why is her song nasty? Wouldn't it be
But,
called
like, that-
freaky?
Maybe freaky has been used so much that she's like, let me alter it a little bit, but I'm still gonna use the word freak in my songs like 20 times. Just so like
Is somebody gonna match my freak?
yeah. So why I don't think it's gonna die. I think it'll live on forever.
No.
At least for the lifetime of for our lifetime.
Maybe I give it fine. I give it a max of 2 more years. It's gonna be replaced with something else. What's gonna be the next freaky?
Like a lot of people use
Oh, I know that, but that's more like a
yeah.
No.
I mean freaky is
freaky
for
doesn't
everyone.
have no.
That's
freaky
why
rated
it's gonna
at-
last forever because it's for everyone.
Rated E for everyone.
Everyone can be a freak.
The E in freak stands for everyone.
And like saying you're a freak isn't offensive. The way if you're like that's like
I
that
feel
is like if you don't
that
know you don't know.
depends
You're
on
the context?
who's telling me that and like who's saying it.
but what I'm saying is since those ones depend on context, freak doesn't really depend on the
I feel
context.
like you could use freak as like an insult.
You freak?
Yeah.
Yeah, but then it's like
Like
to some
you
people
fucking
it's like a
freak.
compliment.
I think only you. I think I'm fairly certain only people like you can think that it's like a compliment.
If someone calls me a freak, I'm gonna smile. My day is
That's
gonna be made.
the freakiest
Like-
freakiest reaction to being called a freak.
Like I'm not gonna let it go. Like it's gonna make my week. Like I'm gonna tell that story. If someone's like, if some stranger was like, "Get on my way, freak." I'm gonna remember that,
You can
and I'm
talk
gonna-
about it on this podcast.
Yeah, I'm gonna come back here and then I'm gonna tell everyone. I'm gonna post on my story. I'll be like, guys, you'll never guess what happened. Some random stranger recognized that
No,
I was
you
a
wouldn't.
freak.
You would not.
I posted crazier.
Posting on your story is so embarrassing.
Have you seen the stuff I post on my story?
Yeah, but like that's on your private story. I'm talking
No,
about like your
these are-
main
these
story.
are my main sto-
What have you posted on your main story?
Okay, so like, if you remember this, I posted in my story. I was giving away free Funko Pops, and
Oh yeah, you did.
the back shots of this story is basically we were like tricked into buying this mystery box. Like,
What do you mean tricked?
so there's this store at Scarborough Town Center called Mind Games,
I know mind
and
games.
then
You're
they have
talking about tricked as if this is like some sketchy Facebook Marketplace back alley deal. This is like a legit big box
Yeah.
company. What do you mean tricked?
So we're eyeing these like mystery boxes of Funko Pops, and then like the social person I am, I was like, we were debating about it, so I'm like, okay, let me just ask the worker. Let me ask the worker what they actually think about this, because like there's obviously gonna be some real workers that are gonna
Okay,
be
but
like,
do you really
this
trust
is-
that? Their workers are always going to tell you things are amazing so that you sell it.
some people don't, you know, like I can imagine some people at Walmart being like, don't buy that.
That's because Walmart people don't care.
Like,
We used to work at Walmart. I can confidently say I did not care.
but how do you know these mind game people care?
Probably get commission.
If,
Right?
if they do,
Right?
then if they do, that's exactly why we got scammed.
Okay,
So we went and asked them, and then she's like, you guys should totally get it. she's like nobody. She's like everyone that has opened the box in front of me has never, like,
Regretted it?
yeah, has never like made less money. Like they've always made more, like made a profit. They've always more than broke even, like in terms of the value
Value.
of
Okay,
like
fine.
what you get.
Right.
So then we're like, you know what, fuck it, like we'll get it. And so it's like it costs $50.
How much is
so
a normal Funko Pop?
10 to 15.
Okay.
So she's like, oh, like feel what's like the heaviest, and like that's probably the most worth it. But we're like, okay, whatever. Like, and so we ended up just buying a box. We opened it, fucking all garbage Funko Pops, like all that would end up in like Dollarama.
You got the one single bad one probably.
I don't think so. I feel like you could, if you looked at retail price and you said each of them were $15 and we had 5, you'd be like, oh, you made money. But like if you're actually trying to sell this on Facebook,
But what's a good Facebook? What do you use a Funko Pop for other than reselling?
like you just display, I guess. Like you just keep in your
So
room.
it's like a decoration, a
Yeah.
collector's item,
Yeah.
and you got duds.
Yeah, like the no like sought after ones.
See, this is why you don't get special like unknown mystery box items. I don't think I've ever seen a deal for a mystery box item that I felt inclined to buy.
But they won.
Because what you could have just spent that money on a Funko Pop you really wanted.
Yes. We should have.
Yeah. In
But-
hindsight.
But going back to the story of my Instagram stories. So I posted on my stories like, who wants this? And surprisingly, like 8 people replied.
So maybe they weren't duds. If people clearly want to buy them.
They were not. No, I was like, I'm giving these away for free.
Oh.
So like surprisingly, like people actually wanted them.
But that's not embarrassing to post on your story.
Yeah, until like then I was like, you know what, like it's kind of funny, like how many people actually want this shit. So I posted my story like, due to like popular demand, everyone who wants one has to enter this freak off.
Okay.
Do you
Okay, yeah,
remember
yeah.
that one
Now I do remember it.
Some people thought like it was my like close friend story. Like people who saw it that are in my
I
close
saw
friend
it, I
story
didn't-
thought it was like my
I
close
didn't
friend
think
story.
too much about it though. That's the thing. I don't think anyone thinks too much about other people's stories unless it's really weird.
You don't think that one was really weird?
Because I know you. No.
That's how you know I'm a certified freak. Is
Stop.
that it doesn't see out of the blue for me.
What does a freak off even mean?
It's like
Are you putting them in a cage and making them fight to death or what? Over a phone?
not fight.
Making them freak.
Like same thing as like a dance off, you know? Like you just do what you
Who
need to
ended
do
up
to see who
winning?
wins. Nobody. Nobody wanted to actually participate in that.
Wow.
I
So you still have the Funko Pop?
I still have the Funko Pops in my room.
The winner of the freak off is nobody. That's sad.
It was actually kind of surprising. Like there's people who I don't really talk to who like were like, can I have the Funko Pops?
I didn't know Funko Pops were that big. Like I knew they were that big, but I just never understood. Like they're like bobbleheads, right?
Yeah, basically. Sometimes, like, I wonder, before I post something on my close friends, sometimes I'm like, yo, this is such a good joke. Like, should I just post it in my normal story? Should I just be myself in public?
I feel like you have a bigger ego than most. That's why.
Like, sometimes I'm like,
That's
this shit
why.
is so funny that, like, is it just meant for, like, 20 people to see, or is it meant for the world
Okay,
to
how
see?
many people do you have in your close story?
Like 20. I know some people who have, like, 200.
That's not. Then what's the point?
Like, what's the point of what?
I feel like if you have 200 people in your close friend story, it's not a close
It's
friend
just a
story.
regular
It's
story,
just
yeah.
a story.
They just told, like, I asked them, like, why do you have so many people? And they just told me, like, it's because, like, it's anyone who I've met and, like, in person and, like, talked to at least once.
That's
just
all
put
that.
them
The
on.
bar is
So it's just like, you're just my friend,
low
so
to
now
be
you're
a close
friend.
No, I feel like being a close friend is like it's like
Someone you talk
it's
to,
like
right?
an honor, like you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because okay, I knew this one guy from university who's the most popular guy I think I've ever. You know those people who are like campus celebrities. You walk on campus and everyone's like, "Oh hi," and then
Yeah.
you kind of just stand there awkwardly because you don't know these people.
they're, like,
He
famous.
was one of those people, and then on his spam he would have like 300 people maybe. I never understood.
What?
I don't understand it. How do you have 300 people who are like close friends to you?
What did he post?
Just like stuff. Just like stuff like how his days, like
Like
story
daily?
times. Not daily, but he would post a lot. I mean, and like there's always so many people who like engage and
Oh, I
like
was gonna
comment
ask.
and stuff like and like and stuff. I'm thinking like, oh my god, do you ever get exhausted just like maintaining friendships? I guess that sounds bad to say, because I do ghost you a lot sometimes.
Yeah,
We go through periods of like no texting for maybe like 4 or 5 months, and then randomly like, hi.
I feel like that's like so almost normal for like adults.
I guess so. Like people are busy now.
Yeah, like I feel like there is like a close group that I have that like I see a lot.
Yeah.
But I guess like that's the same for a lot of people. Like if they have a boyfriend, girlfriend, like they see that person a lot.
Yeah.
But like yeah, so I guess if you don't, like a lot of people have like a close friend. I kind of wonder about the people who don't. Like
You
the
mean
people
the losers?
like
I don't. I
bro,
don't
those
mean-
people are
I
watching
don't
our
mean
show.
it- I
Like
don't mean it like that. I mean like if life was scripted as a high school in a coming of age movie, who would you be? Would you be the popular kids? Would you be the jocks? Would you be the nerds? Because I feel like in life, the nerds are winning. They're the ones getting hired by like Amazon and Meta and shit and making bank. The nerds are winning.
define nerd. Like what is a nerd like to you?
Someone who is not just good, but like passionate about boring shit like accounting and computer science and coding and stuff like that.
I feel like there's more to just like skill to move up like the corporate
Yeah, more
ladder.
than skill. It's passion. Like
Yeah.
I'm jealous of people who genuinely love
What they do?
engineering and math and stuff and like hard stuff like that. Because not only are you good at it, but you like it. You'll be way ahead of people who are just good at it but hate it.
Yeah.
And it's like when you're talking about like finding your passion as like an adult, young adult, whatever. Like I feel like there's a big trade-off of what I enjoy doing and what makes money. So if I'm sitting here slicing up my time, I'm thinking like, am I gonna allocate more time to stuff than something that's gonna make me money, or something that's gonna make me like want to live, you know?
Yeah, yeah. I feel like, but there's still potential, like in the hobby. Like if
Well,
you're
yeah.
the best at what you do,
Yeah.
you can make a lot.
This is everyone's an influencer now, and they want to quit their 9 to 5 to pursue content creation.
Do you know people who actually done it? Because I know one person.
Really? How are they doing?
Last time oh my god, like this person unfollowed me, so I don't look at it anymore. Like
Oh.
once this person, they quit their like corporate job to be an influencer,
Yeah. Like what type of influencer?
gym, fitness, influencer stuff.
Okay.
So like oh, here's my body progress, here's my workout
His
that I do.
full-time job is going to the gym.
It's a
lifting
she.
Weights. Oh.
But so she quit. She has like 2,000 followers, I think.
Okay.
And then I think when she like committed to being an influencer, she like unfollowed a bunch of people, so that her ratio was like.
But did her follower
More
count
favorable?
go up though? Is
I
she
don't
getting
know.
those brand deals? Because brand deals pay really well.
I think she's had like one or two,
Okay.
like those like bins,
bins?
like it's like, oh, like you guys need to check these Amazon bins,
I've never heard of the bins.
like
What is that, like, the
mystery boxes kind of like
I didn't know they had
warehouse
that.
bins. Or
What have we
whatever.
learned about mystery boxes, Evan?
That they're scams.
They're scams. Mystery boxes are scams.
But basically, she quit her job. She gets like last time I checked, she got like 2K views per video, like per reel. And, like,
Honestly,
that's I feel like yeah, like
it's
you
a
can't
good,
be
it's a
quitting
good
your
start.
job at
It's a
that.
good start, but you can't. No, you can't. But I will say, if there's any time that you are gonna quit your job and do something, it's gonna be like when you're this age, because you live with your parents and whatnot. It's not like you have like kids to. You know how pissed I would be if I was married with a kid, and my husband was just like, "I'm gonna quit my 9 to 5,
be a
and
streamer?
I'm gonna be a streamer on Twitch. I'm gonna make car videos." I'd be fucking pissed. So
Yeah.
now's the time.
My mindset is like if you get something popping, then it's like, then you can kind of consider, oh, I'll do the switch because this thing's growing, and like I'm gonna ride the wave.
But you at least have to be somewhat popular before you quit your 9 to 5.
Yeah, but for me, I would say like you need to be pulling like 10K views at least.
Yeah,
Low
I'd
key,
say getting at least a few brand deals in already,
Yeah.
so you can create a portfolio and then pitch yourself to other people.
money wise, like at least if you're getting 1K a month, then it's like okay, I'm gonna jump ship. Because 1K a month for just that is not enough. Because
No,
you're making 12K a year.
That's
But
nowhere near enough.
if you're like
My
if you're
grocery bill was like $100, and I got like 3 things.
if you're like
So-
I'm missing out on deals because like I don't have the time, like oh I could be making even more, then then to me like that's when it's like okay like you can like kind of prioritize that while you're young. But if like you're not making any money, it's like
That's
how are
pretty-
you surviving? Like or
You're
you're
not
just living
you're
off
living
savings.
With your parents. There
Yeah.
we go. That's why like
Would you ever do that?
it depends.
On what?
It depends. Like I would say like around like if I'm able to get like 3 good brand deals a month, then maybe. Cause once you get like bigger than maybe like 5K, brand deals are very like you can
You
they
just
pay a
flow in.
lot. They pay a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah, I've worked with a lot of influencers, so I know like that some people are like full time, and they're like
What are their prices? You get to see a lot of pitches, don't you? What would you say is the average price for like a 30-second reel ad?
I would say like expect 200 to 400 for average.
If they're like
very
what,
very
like-
average, I'd say 200.
Yeah, that's pretty in line.
And like I don't want to like jeopardize anything, but like I feel like some people would be doing it for free and they
No,
shouldn't.
that's the thing. A lot of people are doing it for free.
They
Like,
don't-
you just
yeah.
see like, because if you think about it, if you hire a full-time marketing manager, that's like what, maybe like let's say 50K a year.
Yeah, if you're
Okay.
being super generous.
Or if you just do UGC
I mean,
and
conservative.
pay like $200
Per
per
video, yeah.
influencer, and then those influencers reach out to like average view of like 1K each. Very conservative there.
Yeah.
That's already so many more people reached than your full-time marketing manager could do.
Yeah.
Not to make it not to
No, mine is actually popping though.
No, it actually is. I saw you had like a few million views on one or two reels.
My
or
total?
TikToks.
My total number of posts that have over 1 million, I think, are 4.
That's pretty good.
And I think total views across the past year are like 13 million.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
But okay, if you're like an influencer, this is how I'd say you should do it. Like if you're gonna reach out to a brand, or if a brand reaches out to you, and like you're small, I'd say you do that first video for free.
Really?
I'd say if they like invite you to do something,
For free?
you do it for free. Because it's a risk on both sides.
How is it a risk on their
On the
side?
company?
Yeah.
Because they're like giving you
providing the
something for
service
free.
or it doesn't cost them
Yeah,
it doesn't
but
cost them anything.
There's times where I'm like, where people have asked for money, but they like average less than 1,000 views per like TikTok.
Yeah.
If you're getting like 500 views, it's
but the company is able to use the video as like paid ads and like content on their page. That's
we
like
don't do that.
Okay. Well,
That's if you're like hiring, if you're paying for the rights of that
I
video.
told you one company offered me
$100 for
$100 for 10 videos. I was like, are you kidding me? That's $10 per video. How cheap can you be? Like, I know you have money. They're like, we're expanding to North America, so we're really tight on budget.
Yeah, that's
$10 per video, that's like
That's
highway robbery.
embarrassing.
That's embarrassing. But
Like,
yeah, I don't know how relatable this content is going to be to our our viewers. We're just talking about our jobs now.
like okay, but if you just started making content and you're getting 100 to 200 views, your page is not popping. Your page kind of
It's not.
sucks.
Okay. If anybody out there is watching with a page that's getting 100 to 200 views for real, I believe in you.
Like
He doesn't, but I
Like,
believe in you.
people are like, oh, I'm stuck in the 200 view jail.
Well, sometimes
Do you think that's real?
What do you mean?
Like, if the past like 50 posts you've had
It's stuck
are
in
like 200
okay.
views,
If
like
that's
it's not the algorithm.
If that's the case, okay, actually, you don't.
It's not
know,
the algorithm.
You don't know that. You don't know that because actually, there are some people
They're making amazing content and they're getting 200 views.
Sometimes it's just not being pushed out. Maybe Meta has a thing against you if that's your case right now.
If it's Instagram,
Maybe
I
it's being
understand.
cursed.
Instagram is like they want to push people that you're following first.
Right.
But TikTok,
If-
TikTok,
okay.
it doesn't even matter who follows you.
Actually, that's true. They'll show your TikToks to anybody.
So like, you can have a page with 0 views. I mean 0 followers, and like your first video could be viral.
Well, yeah, I know. I've seen a lot of people like that. Actually.
So like, if you're posting a lot and you're pulling just 200 views, like
maybe the call is coming from inside the house. Maybe just delete your page and restart again. Maybe.
you could do
At
that,
that
but I
point.
don't think you need to. I don't
'Cause-
think
'cause
it's
something
not
is
the
wrong.
algorithm is against you. It's your content. Is
I don't
like
know because I've seen
not
some
pushing.
pretty like unimpressive reels go viral.
Yeah,
But I
reels is
guess-
different. They're two different like sports.
Sports.
Like reels, if you post a reel that's like 2 seconds long, and people want to comment, that's going viral for sure.
Yeah.
Because it counts how many loops you do,
Mm-hmm.
and the engagement, and like that it'll like the algorithm will push it. But TikTok, like something like that won't.
Well, I feel like
won't just
I
cut
feel
it.
like half the fun of going on social media is just reading the comments. I have one friend who does not read comments at all. She just like scrolls endlessly down. Like you're missing half of the fun.
Yeah.
Half of the fun is reading through drama in the comments and picking a side and liking all their comments. You know? Do you do that? I do that. I don't comment because I'm scared of somebody finding my comment. Somebody I know.
Yeah, I
'Cause
don't
then that's
comment.
embarrassing. That's as embarrassing as posting on your story.
What's more embarrassing, commenting on every
Commenting.
6 Buzz
I'm gonna
post
say-
or having your own podcast?
Oh. Ouch.
I think it's a 6 Buzz one because high key that 6 Buzz one, like you're not gonna get a bunch of likes. I think it's embarrassing if your comment isn't a top comment. If you have a top comment, then it's like.
And that's cool.
That's
You
cool.
get
That's
like
credit.
plus 10 social
10
points.
plus aura.
Yeah.
But having a podcast.
What does aura mean?
Aura is like, I think that the
Like your vibe, like your energy, right?
yeah. I
I'm
think
thinking of aura from like
games and stuff.
no,
like
I
magic?
was gonna say from like the hippie granola bar munching, like crystal girlies with
Oh,
like
kind of. Like
dream catchers
rocks have
and,
auras and kinda?
tarot cards and stuff. What are you talking
The,
about?
well, the dictionary is kind of like it says like your specific like atmosphere, your like energy.
Your vibe.
Yeah, your vibes. And then like I guess like the easy way that like kind of is in pop culture right now, like TikTok trends and whatever is like your vibe. It's like your unspoken power. It's like their natural power that like
And your power is
it's just
is
coming
just-
out.
Okay. I got it. I'm not well versed in these brain rot terms right now. You
That's
clearly
one of my viral videos right now.
are. Really?
I have an aura video that's viral. I won't say too much because
Somebody
it
find
probably
it.
won't be hard to find.
Somebody find it. He has a
yeah.
whole treasure chest of hidden content just waiting to be found.
Yeah, do you think I'm misunderstood?
No, I think you're pretty well understood.
What about to like the general public?
I think you have a very dry aura. Like dry in the sense that you're.
Like a dry rub.
What does that even
Like,
mean?
I'm just trying to put dry in a good context. So like, that's like barbecue stuff.
No, not dry in a crispy way. Like dry in a like in a sandpaper way. Where it's like if somebody meets you for the first time, they either like get you or they just feel like
How do you get sandpaper?
No, what I mean is like just like you say things that are really weird sometimes.
Like questions or like
Questionable things. And then you act in ways that is a little weird. Like that whole Instagram story thing was funny, but like I feel like certain types of people won't get it. But the fact that you don't care about those certain types of people.
W aura.
I was just gonna say you have an ego.
I've had times where for my coworkers, I wanna like do a gag for them. Like
A gag?
like something that's like situationally funny.
See, most people don't have to plan their funny. It just kind
No,
of like
it's-
happens. Like you are actually
There's
the
both.
only the only person I've ever known to like set up a joke beforehand.
I feel like you have to play your part sometimes.
Okay.
So like sometimes it's like if you know your role well, you could be like, okay, I'm gonna do this. It's like show and tell. It's like I'm gonna bring this item to like work or like school or whatever because there's like a running gag with it.
Is this like how you used to joke that you were a furry and you were growing in your fur when you had one?
Yeah, I was playing.
one tiny like hair on your chin.
I was playing my part.
No,
I was playing my part in the
it was
in the
weird.
movie.
It was weird.
High school was a movie.
No, it was weird.
But basically like so I bought like Drake's candle. I don't
He
know
has
if
a
you
candle
remember.
now.
So he's had it for like years now.
What's it scented?
It's
Owl?
I'll bring it down for you like after this.
Okay.
But it's called Carby Musk. So
Of course, it's a musky scent.
the thing was like I think there was a reason why I wanted to get it. I think I had like a bunch of shoppers points.
And you
stuff.
spent it on a Drake candle. You know how valuable shoppers points is.
Not even that. No, I didn't even use that. I didn't even use that. But basically, like, I think I saw that it was, like, I called a couple people. I don't remember exactly why I really was, like, set on buying the candle. Maybe I just, like, wanted a candle. And then
Okay.
eventually, like, it was on sale. Like, we have, like, some work meetings where it's, like, tell us about your day. Where it was like a small team. We don't have them anymore. But it was, like, tell us your rose of the week and a thorn of the week. So, like, the good, your highlight of the week, it doesn't have to be work-related. And like the bad. So like one of my roses was like I'm gonna go buy this candle. Like and like I called the Shoppers Drug Mart and I was like, do you have the candle? So like yeah, we have it and it's like half off. So I'm like, this is my rose. And plus it was like extra like bonus points too.
Okay, I guess that's not a weird thing to say.
So then like they were like hysterical about it. Like the people who were like listening to like what I was talking about the candle, like they were like laughing so much. Like it was like a good time for all of them. So then when I actually got the candle, I'm like, now I need to bring it to them. Like
Okay.
now, like I've been talking about it so much, like
You have
Like, I
follow
need to
through.
bring it.
Right.
so then I brought, but like in my head I'm like I don't actually want to bring the whole candle. So I was like I'm gonna bring the box for them, and I'm gonna prepare a funny line if they ask why did I only bring
Okay,
the
what
box.
was the funny line?
Trying to remember exactly how I put it. But
Oh.
basically it was like you guys can just smell the box of luxury, but you guys can't have it.
Okay. All right.
So essentially something like that, where it was like you guys can have the box, but you can't have the real thing. So then like some people like misunderstood that
I
joke.
don't know how I would react if I was in that situation.
Like someone was like you're either the funniest person ever or this is like
See, he's like sandpaper.
or this is
He's just dry in a
Like
like
a
a
soup-
crusty, abrasive way sometimes.
or
And
this
you
is like
either
a
get it or you
coincidence.
don't. You know.
they're like this is either coincidentally funny or it's like you're actually super funny for this. And I'm like, why would it be coincidental?
Okay. See, what I'm saying is that you're the only person I know who thinks up of things like this.
Comedian,
Okay, well.
comedic artist, humor artist.
If you were in a movie, you would be the comedic relief character.
I think so.
Yeah. The Asian character is either always just the smart one or the comedic relief. So,
I should tell one more story before we close off.
okay.
But I told you this story already, just because you brought up like ego already. But like
I don't even know where this is going.
I'm like, I feel like I'm like the worst person that you could give like a interesting compliment to. Like
The worst person to give an interesting compliment.
Like if it's just like oh good work or whatever, then it's like okay, like thank you.
Yeah.
But if it's like
Anything more than that,
Yeah, anything
he will
to do with
brag about it
looks,
for
style,
the rest of his life. He'll
like-
never let it go. He'll get it tattooed. He'll
So
have it engraved on his gravestone.
so the story is like people were at like this meeting with like a client.
Okay.
Now do you remember or no?
No.
But basically the client was like looking at like our Instagram, and then she's like, oh,
Oh.
who's this cute little Asian boy? Something like that. I don't remember if it was like who is this, but I remember the
the cute little Asian boy.
they
who
just
does
heard
their
cute
social
little Asian boy.
media.
But I wasn't there at the meeting. Like someone told me about this. So like naturally, like I wanted to get everyone's who was at that meeting's like perspective of what happened. So well, then I was like, oh, I heard this happen at the meeting. Like, can you tell me the context and like what you saw unfold?
See, that's weird.
But
Just
I
take
wanna
the
know
fucking
what they all
compliment.
say.
Just take the compliment and go.
I want to know what each of them thought. It's like building a world.
I guarantee you, they did not think that much about it.
You don't think they were just like
Cute
surprised? Like,
Evan, cute Asian boy, Evan.
yeah. Like, isn't that an interesting thing to say during a meeting?
I feel like I would just take the compliment.
But
if she was like, the compliment doesn't count if she was like an old
middle-aged,
white lady,
yeah.
because they like to call everybody cute. You know.
Well, they didn't call everyone cute.
Okay. Only you are the cute one, clearly.
Yeah, like it's just so interesting, you know? It's like so much excitement that's like
See, so that one little compliment.
I don't want to let it go, you know?
Made
Like
your
I want
week.
to ride the wave.
Ride the wave.
Like I want to ride that meme until it dies. And I'm going to be the one to kill it. I'm going to be the one to beat the dead horse until the thing is dead. Until that meme is no longer funny.
See, I think normal people just kind of take it and think, oh, okay, that's nice, and then move on with their day. Not Evan.
No, I'm
Not
no
Evan.
normal. Certified freak. Okay, any closing remarks?
No, I don't have any other stories. I don't really have stories. I don't plan them ahead.
You don't think of funny things?
Not the
think
way
that's it.
you do. Not the way you do. He has a whole journal, a freaky journal
Yeah.
of freaky topics, apparently.
Very freak. It's very crazy. It's deep thoughts.
I looked in there once.
What'd you see?
Spider-Man. Saw his drawing of Spider-Man, and he snatched it away. Like, don't look at that. And I was like, what? It's just Spider-Man.
I'm sorry you had to see that. I'm sorry you had to see.
And it wasn't even a freaky Spider-Man. It was just a normal Spider-Man.
It's normal to me.
Okay. All right. Until next time.
Okay, bye.
Bye, freaks.